Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to test out the chalk and the makeup method in making the perfect nude acrylic color. So what you need for this is going to be an eyeshadow palette, chalk, a container to put the acrylic powder inside, and clear acrylic powder, an e-file, and something to mix it together with. So the first thing that I grabbed was the clear acrylic powder, and I got spoons, and I know my hand is a little shaky here, but I just filled it up just enough to cover up around 3/4 of the container. Now you can use clear acrylic powder, which will leave it more like I want to say like a jelly consistency. I don't know, it's weird to explain, but when you see the swatches, you'll see what I mean. Or you can use white acrylic powder, which will intensify the color, I believe. So in this one I am using clear acrylic, but next time I'm going to attempt to do it with white acrylic just to see if there really is a difference, like people say. So the first one that I'm doing right now is the makeup method, and I've seen people use different type of makeup. Some people used face powder. That was their skin tone. I didn't have any loose powder like that, and I didn't want to destroy one, so I just got some old eyeshadow that was around the nude color that I wanted, and I just put it in through there. As you'll see now, I'm scraping out of the pan and putting it inside of the jar, and I feel like the more that you put in, the more pigment it's going to have, so also keep that in mind. So now I put in an amount that I thought would be good enough, and I'm just going to close it and shake it up real good. You want to make sure, especially when you're using the makeup method, that you're really shaking it real nice, because some makeup does have oils, so it will leave little beads inside of the acrylic powder if you don't mix it good enough. So as you see, I'm showing you there how it's looking, and I do end up adding more. Again, it's just you just keep adding pigment to your liking. So whenever you feel like it's good enough, you can just stop then. So now I'm just looking to make sure that there's no tiny beads, and I'm going to go ahead and take some monomer and test out a swatch on the paper towel to see if I like the color that it is, the consistency, and how opaque it is, if that makes sense. So there I'm showing you, I like to grab small beads. One, because I'm just a beginner, so I'm still learning how to grab beads to begin with. But two, since I'm just testing out if I like the color and not doing it on a nail, I don't know, I just thought it would be better to do a smaller bead. So you see here I am struggling a little bit, don't mind me struggling, but as you see I'm looking at the color and I'm sort of playing around with it, and I decide that it's not dark enough for my liking, so I do put more. But yeah, you just want to add a little, mix it up, look to see if you like it. If you don't like it, add some more. You know, you can change the color up a little bit. You can mix different colors. That's what I like about making your own acrylic powder. You get to create like a new color, a color that only you have, you know. So you can just play around and get real creative with this. So I do think that this is a pretty good, like it works. It does work, so keep that in mind. So there's the swatch for that color right there. Now to make the chalk one, I didn't realize that it was out of frame, so I am so sorry about this portion of the video. But basically what I just did was I got two chalks. I got a brown colored chalk and I got a white colored chalk. And basically it was a little bit harder than the makeup version because I had to just combine the two and try to get the correct ratio, and at the end you will see that the nude that I created with the chalk was a little bit darker than the nude with the makeup. So if you're looking for a quick and simple way, a 1, 2, 3 step, I feel like the makeup version is a better route to go just because you don't have to mix colors together to try to create the nude. But if you do have a little more patience, then mixing the two chalks together will give you the nude that you need. Sometimes you need a specific type of nude, and I feel like it'll be better to create it that way. But I do have to add that if you do use the chalk method, you want to go ahead and wear gloves because it will stain your hands, it will stain your nails, it's going to stain the e-file, so you want to make sure you clean up the e-file very nicely afterwards. The e-file that I used was a $5 one from Amazon, so I didn't really care if it got messed up or not. But I feel like the chalk is a better way to go if you're looking to make custom colors, like a color only you have. Maybe you want to mix some yellow, some green, some purple, And the chalk that I did get was from Amazon. This is the e-file right here. I'm showing you the e-file. It was $5 from Amazon, and that's the head that I'm using because it only bought like 3 heads, and that was the best one. It was the only one that was not white, so I didn't mind getting it that dirty. And this is the chalk that I'm using. This one brought 48 chalk. So all you have to do is go on Amazon and search up nail chalk, and it shows you a whole bunch of them, different colors, varieties. You can get glow in the dark ones. You can get so much. Another thing that you can use if you don't want to use chalk or makeup, you can get mica powders. I know TBK Trading has very good mica powders. You can also look on Amazon, find mica powders that are, cosmetic friendly for your nails, because you really want to make sure it's FDA approved and all that, and no matter what you're buying, just for your client's sake and everybody else's sake. Now these I didn't use, I used my hand just because these are only for me and my hand talking about those plastic hands. I'm only using these for that. I will probably prefer to get realistic ones because there are some for cheap, but I feel like if you're on a budget, you're just starting off, or you need a custom color that you still haven't found anywhere else, this would be a very good way to do it. So this is how the two colors turned out. The lighter one is the makeup one, and the darker one is the one with the two chalks mixed in together. So as you see, it was a little bit harder for me to get a lighter color because I was looking for more of like one you can use for a French tip, but the color itself is still very beautiful, very stunning. So do keep that in mind. And then these are just other colors that I made just for fun out of the chalk one. They do work. So yeah.